So, hey everyone, here we are live for the weekly Zodiac reads for the week following this week. That's the week of 22nd to 28th of March. So, here I am with Pure Joy Tarot, my one of my very best friends, one of my only best friends, and my tarot community, my twinning, here for the next week's weekly Zodiac reads. So, do stay in the room. Know what's coming ahead in your week for the upcoming week and how you can prepare up yourself, how you can deck up yourself for the next week.
Thank you. What a fantastic introduction. And exactly, I'll throw that energy back to you. That is definitely how I feel about you as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm very grateful that you came into my life. Let's see what's coming into other people's lives as well.
Yes.
So, what we do is general, finance, and love reading.
Love
One
readings.
card from me, one card from yourself. And yeah, so you'll just flash up on the screen what's going on.
Yes.
So yeah, this is live. So do come back to Tarot's Talk page and view that. Last week's was on Pure Joy Tarot's
Yeah.
page, so do find that there.
So this video can also be available on Pure Joy's channel soon enough in this week. So you can also watch it there. It will be uploaded on and available on both of our channels. So let's begin with the Aries for the week of 22nd to 28th of March. And
Excellent. Right,
what's coming up for their general?
Aries next week. General. Are you going first or am I?
Please go ahead.
Me?
Yes.
Hello, Aries of the planet. How are you doing? Happy birthday soon if it's coming towards your birthday. Yep, 20 seconds. Happy birthday, Aries. Let's have a look what's going on next week. I wonder. Right, let's have a look. Aries. So for Aries next week on the general, Four of Pentacles. So for the Four of Pentacles, you might be feeling a little bit closed off or not want to share too much. However, sometimes you might have to do a little bit of investing of your time, your patience, all these things. So we're coming out of winter in the Northern Hemisphere. So what is it that you're trying to protect? It's now time to blossom and maybe see where your finances are. But follow that reading in the next card. Thank you. Over
Yes.
to Bev.
So yes, thank you, Vinayak, for this. And yes, we swap our names for these zodiac live reads, so
Oh,
don't get confused. Okay, so for the Aries, this new week is about the upturning and the turning of the wheel, and you flowing with this flow that is coming into your life. So here you have the Wheel of Fortune. So expect it to be a lucky week for yourself, new things, and it can be about ending of a cycle, of a tough phase and beginning of a new one, and some things similar. Now, this Wheel of Fortune is also telling you that yes, it's not always a bad time. So if you have been experiencing a not so good and a rough patch of your life, soon it's going to be replaced and the wheel is going to turn. So you should also keep on moving ahead rather than staying stuck at one point, because somewhere I got the impression of the Eight of Swords as well. So yes, keep on moving with this wheel. You have a lucky week in itself. The Four of Pence is here, and now we'll move on to your finances for this week ahead.
sorry, press the wrong button. So for Aries on the financial aspect, we're using the green bit, which I had a slip of the tongue then. I don't know what happened there. So we've got Five of Pentacles. So that's one more than the other one. Not doing okay. But yeah, facing those financial challenges. And like Bev said, with the Wheel of Fortune going round and round, it is a good success. So financially, if you are finding a little bit of hardship, just kind of do a little bit of budgeting, or just stay focused in your dreams and hopes. There is help out there. If you want a little bit of help, hopefully the Six of Pentacles will move quickly through that. But face the challenge, and don't perhaps start too much investing in a huge way if you think that it's going to be very detrimental to your health. Okay, so financial freedom is good, but knowing, you can pay your bills is very good. Thank you.
And as I
Yeah.
said, there's an impression of the Eight of Swords, and yes, the Eight of Athames is here for your finances in this week. So might be a little bit struggling week. The Five of Pence, when combined with this Eight of Swords or the Eight of Athames, can definitely indicate towards a little bit rough and a little bit not so good in terms of your financial aspects. So it is a need to just break those blindfolds of fear and look what lies ahead. Now, it can also be that you are thinking that yes, there is a financial crisis, or you are thinking that you cannot manage the crisis that you are facing, but it's not the same. But it's not what you are thinking. You can actually break these chains and improve your financial conditions, though it can mean that yes, you are surrounded by a lot of problems and you may feel that you are stuck in between all of them and you cannot move ahead. You're completely engrossed into the situation of the five pence when combined with the eight of Ithames. So this week calls you to be a little bit more daring, a little bit more courageous in terms of, and also not investing anywhere, not trying to go for something new, and keeping your finances a little bit in hold. Now, for your love, what comes is community. Were you saying something?
No, no, no. Carry on.
Okay,
Carry on.
so for your love, what comes is community. Now, this community is about socializing, and it can also be about spending time knowing, exchanging your views, your ideas with your partner, being more expressive, having that sense of communication within, and also it's not only with your partner, it's about getting socializing with your partner. It's about knowing, it's about seeing what grounds bring you together and what grounds are similar in between you two. So maybe this week of this next coming week, in terms of your love or in terms of your romance, is about knowing, is about expressing, is about trying to spend that quality time together. Maybe singing, maybe karaoke, maybe partying, or maybe anything that helps and anything that brings you together. Over to Vinayak.
Thanks, Beth. So, what we've got for Aries in love is oh la la, look at that, the lovers. Oh, can we get any more romantic? So maybe finances weren't so good, but your love life is looking up quite well. So make the decision about what you are going to go. Aries is always good at starting things, and this applies to the love life too. So communicate really well what you do want, mainly to yourself, and see on a higher level if that's exactly what you do want over time, if that makes sense. So have a good week, Aries, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. Do stay tuned if you've got a moon sign or a rising sign. You can check out those signs as well. Thank you.
So now moving on to the Taurus for their general finances and romance. What's coming up for them in their week of 22nd? And yes, thank you, Barry, for reminding the viewers about the today's live stream.
Oh, yeah. So, for Taurus, generally, we've got the Hanged Man, a great card for your spiritual side. Sometimes we do have to wait for certain things. It's great to hang around with friends, hang on a tree. But what it really does mean is wait and maybe meditate for your inner truth. The inner truth in any situation is always there. Sometimes we need the truth, the higher truth, to get you through a situation. When we actually do this and kind of move through it, we can see that what we were worrying about or in our situation isn't really that important, because always when you go on a higher level than ever before, by asking angels, your spirit guides, God force itself, then you'll know that you are on your right path. And just because you may think you're not, you actually are. So that was a little bit spiritual for you. Thank you. Over to Bev.
Thank you, Vinayak. And what comes up for Taurus in this week is the Hermit. Now, this Hermit is about introspection. Now, quite similar to the Hangman, taking time out for yourself. And this Hermit is all about getting in tune and getting in touch with you. What's going on with you, what you are expecting for your life, and where do you want to see yourself in the coming future, in the coming times. So, this Hermit in this week is telling you to spend time with yourself first and then look out for the others that you are in need of, for the communication that you are in need of with others. So maybe this week is about more about finding your own self that you have lost somewhere, and that can only be done by spending time with yourself, with your true identity, and finding what lies ahead, what lies within in you.
Excellent. Taurus. So you're having one of those weeks. So you've got the high priestess now. If some of you are thinking of joining monasteries or nunneries or taking a big spiritual sabbatical, now is perhaps a good time. Alone, hangman, now the high priestess. Um, so this is financial. So tune in. Literally, you've got all the time in the world with that hangman. And hermit. So tune into your higher self to know what you do want. Where is your value? What are you valuing in life? So really kind of pay attention. You can see the Green Witch here is doing a moon spell. So look within the week about what started, look at your planetary natal chart and see where is your finances and your second house and your relationships, all about relationships with money and other things. So use your intuition. If someone is taking from you, is that wise? That's all I'm saying. Over to bed. Thank you. Oh,
So and now, yes, thank you, Vinayak, for this. And okay, so now for the Taurus is here we have the Five of Pentacles. So again, not so good week with in terms of your financial aspects. And yes, to be very clear and crisp over here, it can be a little bit tighter on your pockets. So it's a week there where you should be trying to keep yourself away from overexpending, trying to keep yourself away from expending from what is not required at a particular moment. It's also about prioritizing what you need right now and what you don't need. Now, it is also about that new things should be completely ignored in this week, and wherever you're investing, it should be a wise investment and should grow in the long term, rather than it should not be giving you short term gains, but yes, long term fulfillment. So it can be a little bit tighter. You might feel that yes, the finances are not so strong in this week, but yes, if you have the conviction, you can find that situations improving with the as the week passes by. Over to the
thank you, Bev. So, what we have for Taurus in love, what's going on with that? So, we've got the Libra card and the Justice. So, maybe you're interested in someone Libran. I don't know. Are you? You tell me. Write in the comments down below. But this is generally, you will get your justice. So, hanging around waiting for what initially that you want in love, it's going back to the value, the love, putting things into balance, weighing up the pros and cons of your situation. Is it the right time when you have a little bit of financial difficulty going on to actually do this? Well, love does conquer everything. So that is, again, putting things in a balance. We don't need a great lot of money to have a beautiful moment with each other, or have a nice walk in a free area. Things do hang in the balance with love, but make sure you know what you want. Okay? Thank you. Over to Bev. Mhm.
Okay, so thank you for Taurus. Is what comes up for their romance and love is walking away. So this week in particular is calling you that yes, try to just walk away from a situation that's not serving good, as we say with the Eight of Cups, quite similar as and finding where what happiness or what fulfillment you can find by walking away from that dissatisfaction or that disappointment. It's also about breaking the chains, breaking the boundaries, and yes, taking that leap that you wanted to take. So if you think that maybe if your crush would accept you or not, then it's a day to just break that boundary of uncertainty and go behind and kind of confess your feels. Also, it is about taking that one step ahead that you need to take to improve your relationship, to find that happiness, to find that joy in there. So walk away to walk away from those chains, from those boundaries, and yes, situations seem to be improving. There is happiness coming your way.
Thank you,
Now moving
Taurus.
on to the Geminis for their week
Gemini.
of 22nd March.
Oh, hi, Gemini. Hope you're all right. We'll see what's going on for you on the general aspect. So, for Geminis today, let's have a look. For Geminis next week, in the general, let's have a look. So, Geminis in general have got a happy time. Oh, that's good. So, this is generally the gratitude of the situation. Sometimes this is about celebrating a new home, a new relationship, but generally engagements and weddings are also, and births, it's just generally celebrating. Woohoo, any time for a party. So, if you've just come out of a lockdown situation, and you're mingling with everyone else, that is a celebration in itself. But do be careful because, bugs are still around. Over to Bev. Thank you very much.
Well, yes, thank you. And as the coins have two sides, yeah, you have another side of the coin of the happinesses. Now, when you're feeling happy, you might be looking back onto some of the old days, some of the past memories that have already happened, which were kind of joyful, which were kind of painful, which were kind of satisfying as well as disappointing. So, this week in general is about that you might be looking back onto the times that have already passed by. You are trying to heal, you're trying to move away, but it could mean that yes, you are also kind of looking back again and again, and this is the week where you can again look back onto a certain aspect that has not been a really good one of your life. You should know that you are healing, that you are moving away and continue to move forward. And yes, it may also mean that yes, you can definitely move out of this phase and reach that four of wands, or while celebrating you can look back onto the past memories. Those two aspects can be there hanging around in your life in this week. Now let's look at your finances for this week.
Me? Right. So, finances for Gemini. I thought you were going to just jump in. So, finances for Gemini. There is a situation that some of you have been waiting for a long time. So, check your emails, go yourself, take action, get on that slow moving horse, plodding along to something that you really desire. But jobs and financial situations will improve, especially if you go with what you desire. Maybe you can be more creative this week. What could you create to make money? What is the value of that? So, yeah, it looks good. So keep plodding forward and follow your heart, and not kind of too much thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? So follow your heart in the desire that you want. Don't go robbing any stores.
Well, thank you for this. Now, what comes up for your finances with me is the Seven of Pentacles. So, this is about looking back. This is about looking onto what you have already achieved and what you can now do. Now, you can also expect, as with the Knight of Chalices, right? You can also expect the things that you are expecting, the rewards of the hard work, or the benefits of what you have already done, or the promotions that you are expecting. That can also come in with the Seven of Pentacles in here, and you can expect it to be a good week in terms of your financial aspects. It you seems to be polishing, it seems to be giving your finances a little bit shine, trying to get the things together and sort out, okay, what how much do you have and how much you want to more still have to go for. So it's kind of a hard working week in terms of finances, and they seem to be improving. Over to Vinayak for your romance next week.
Thanks, Bev. So for romance, we've got the Queen of Swords. So maybe, maybe you're deciding to end something. Normally, with the Queen of Swords, it's about taking no nonsense, good communication. So if you feel some things have to be by, then that might be a good idea. Seeing things from a higher advantage would also be necessary. If don't internalize about struggle though, really do try to communicate to the other person or to the person that you quite like. So communication is definitely one of these aspects that it would be really, really good. So please don't internalize, precisely move forward and talk it out is a good way. Be firm. Thank you. Over to our Bev.
Well, yes, thank you. Okay, so here you have the door to spirit. Now, something that you want to move into, something that you need to dive into, that door of moving into a different realm or a new world can be opening in terms of your romances. Now, what it could mean on a mundane level, that is if you're expecting some kind of a real, okay, communication or some kind of an opportunity or accepting of your proposal, or maybe we can say sorting out a particular aspect that was not working fine. So those things can be happening and can be expected with this door of spirit in this week in particular for the Geminis. Now, it also means that that yes, now you are ready to fly out of the chains, fly out of the of a closed room into a free zone where you are your own self and you don't have to worry about anything. So it's about sorting out the things, making your relationship a little bit lighter, a little bit freer as well. Now let's move on to the Cancerians for the next week.
So thank you very much, Bev. So we've got Cancer in oh don't warn me because I'm a very intelligent Sagittarian. Right, so Cancer, let's see what's going on in your general life. See what we need to know. So for Cancerians next week, end of March. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dear me. Right, Cancerians. Oh, so we've got a good connection going on. So sometimes if you've been waiting for a proposal, I always look at this as a marriage card. But it's also about connecting on a higher level spiritually. So some things that are maybe traditional with your way of thinking might not always work for you. It's because I think everyone's going to spring into action and just go wild. The 60s are returning. No, but always do pay attention to a spiritual side as well. And that will really help. But yeah, good connections is always going to make a better aspect of it. So connect to people perhaps that you haven't seen for a while. Pick up the phone, definitely pick up the phone. Don't just text, pick up the phone and ask how they're doing. Because I think for some of you, there is someone that you've forgotten about that needs a bit of encouragement. So reconnect to those that perhaps need your love. Okay, thank you. Over to Bev.
Well, yes, thank you for this. And what comes up for the Cancerians in this week is the Two of Wands. Um, yeah, so maybe opening up of new opportunities can be happening in this week. It's also about the choices that you need to make, that whether you are in a mood to stay where you are, or you are in a mood to step ahead into something new, into something unknown and adventurous. It is also about stepping into that unknown thing and making your way ahead. You know where you have to go, it's just about that one step that you need to take. So maybe this is a week where you need to question yourself. What was that you were putting off? What was that you are not listening to? And this is the week to go behind that particular aspect. making that choice, making that decision, and yes, seeing the change and bringing the change in your life. And also, it can be about a portal into a new beginning, if you remember Pure Joy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Get in the portal. Why not? I'm actually watching a K drama that they go down a manhole. It's quite interesting actually, if you can get past the actor. Ugh. Right, okay. So guess what? Cancerians finances. Right. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles. Whoop, whoop. So that means just plan ahead, see what you have got, and bring it towards you in a quick manner. I know this is always slow generally, but yeah, with a bit of thought for, thinking about it, planning, budgeting, all those kind of things, you know that you can get there. So I'm going to ask you, Cancerians, this week, what would be your absolute perfect job? Perfect financial situation. I dare you to write it down and then plan for it. Go on. I want the Cancerians to win on the planet. No more hiding away. Come on, let's do it. Get out there. Go, go, go. Over to Bev.
Yes, so also dare you to write it in the comments. In the comments. Write it in the comments. Okay, so this week is about in your finances. It's about it's here comes the four of chalices. So maybe an opportunity can present itself, but you are kind of very much engrossed in the in the disappointments that you are already facing or that you have faced. There can be someone coming to your aid with a help or with an offer or an opportunity, but you might be wondering and hesitating to whether to take it or to not. So this week is about paying close attention to whatever opportunities are presented to your way. If you are very much dedicated towards making your career better, towards making your finances better, then yes, you need to be very much open to the opportunities that are coming and not being very much, what we can say, like getting very much focused into what you are already doing. So maybe trying to explore, maybe trying to be a little bit more free and happy is what needs in your finances, and they can improve with the Knight of Pentacles as well.
Mm, thank you, Bev. So let's have a look. Cancerians in love. So, Cancerians, I really do hope you've got your ideal job in your head and write it down and then make it happen. Why not? Do you not deserve it? No, no. I think you do. Go for it. So, my name's Monayak. I normally sit on the side of the fence. So, what's going on for Cancerians in the love aspect next week? Hello, how are you? The person who's joined. We're just doing zodiacs at the moment for next week, so it's all very exciting. So for Cancerians, they are really doing a lot of creativity, mainly because I told them to, but also within the love, they're really going to create that dream scenario. So, have you ever taken up? I'm being serious. Have you ever taken up live drawing? You know, when the model poses there nude. The new hobby. Get in touch with your body. Have a look at your body. Are you in love with your body? So it's about body image today. So if you are in tune with your body, then somebody else will. So acceptance is key here. So be creative. The rest is up to you. Okay, over to Bev. Sorry.
Well, yes, thank you. And what comes up here is the angel of love. Now, this angel of love brings a promise of bringing that love. So now it is a time to like you see this angel looking at her at the heart in her hand, which rose quartz heart that she's holding. So maybe it's a time to look at what you are holding in your hand. What love matters to you? I'm sorry. What does love matters to you? What it is that you need to bring balance into your love situation, what it is that you need to pay close attention to, because this angel of love is telling you that yes, things can improve. There is love coming into the situation, there is affection coming into the situation. It's just that there is a need to bring that attention, to bring that focus onto what needs to be addressed, on what is delicate, on what is very precious to you, working upon it, and keeping it in your care, keeping it in your security, is what it is required in your love in this week. And the angel of love brings that romantic, sexy love into your life in this week. So yes, moving on to the Leos for their week of 22nd to 28th of March. Oh, sorry.
Leos generally, let's see what's going for our Leos next week. Oh, very exciting. Remember, last week or this week's was filmed on Pure Joy Tarot's channel. Do check that out. It'll be in the live section of weeklies, okay, for the 15th to the 22nd. If you're wondering what's going on this week, energies still always apply. For Leo, next week, let's see if they're getting out of their hibernation mode. The roar of the lion. Let's have a look. Generally, Leos are not getting out. They're not getting out, are they? They're not getting out. They're not groomed and roaring. They're doing some spiritual work, which is always very good to do so, Leo. So generally, really think what it is that you want. I think there is a spiritual side to Leos, and it's obviously here. So learn to support your own hope and desires and dreams by really thinking inside the box and go, oh, this is a bit small, this box. I need to go bigger and higher than ever before. When you do find your truth, you will be able to go forth and let others know as well if they're interested. If they're not, doesn't matter. You know it, and that's all what matters. Come on, Leos, you're the king of the jungle. You know it, so that's all that cares. Over to Beth.
Well, yes, thank you for this. And what comes up for you in this week is the Nine of Swords. Well, it seems that yes, the next week is going to be a little bit, or we can say a lot chaotic, and a lot of you can say that yes, it's gonna take a lot of toll, lot of stress, lot of taking up the things, lot of worrying about what's coming ahead, how the things will work out, how the things won't work out, how, or maybe the speed with which the things are working out, happening all at once or nothing happening at once. So all these things can create this Nine of Swords, this insomnia and that sleeplessness that we say with this Nine of Swords. So yes, the next week in particular, the Leos are somewhere getting low in their power, in their roaring majestic power, and yes, getting a little bit into that, of course, the hibernation mode, uh, where they are engrossed in their own self and worrying too much about.
Leo, what? You've just identified a Leo trait. Engrossed in themselves? Never. I was going to say something then. Oh, yeah. Leos, if you're feeling a little bit, with those two energies, just put Katy Perry's song on. The Roar of the... I know it's a Roar of the Tiger, but it's close. It's got 4 legs in it. Come on, guys. Right, Leos, what's going on financially? Right, let's see if that's... So you can see why, really, that you have to really think deep, but not too deep that you cause yourself pain in the head. That's why it's good to go higher than the mental body, guys. Financially for Leos. Let's see if you're going to become rich. You've thought of a plan. Let's have a look. Right, ding. Oh, well, there you go. So, King of Chalices, woohoo! Food is always good to have. Nourishment of the heart. So, when you do nourish and put value back in your life, It's almost like this particular king has got all that food with a little bit of bees around. So there is a sting in that tail, but also bees are very good for life giving sustenance. So it's almost like the wheels of justice, isn't it? Going around and around. So what do you desire? What is your absolute aim for finances? So I think you've got enough. So just maybe being more generous. You are generous anyway. So when you give to others, you know, you're the king of your kingdom, literally. So it's like giving to others might, you know, benefit you in the long run. So, but yeah, it's fine. The value of what you consume and the value of what you have is going to be good. So well done, you lot. Over to Bev.
So for their finances, yeah, we have the King of Wands. So maybe this King of Wands can say that yes, there's a the Leos can feel a little bit relaxed with in terms of their finances, or we can say the finances seem to be stable enough and okay in a way that you don't have to worry with respect to your finances in this week. That is comforting, that's soothing, and you are kind of relaxing in a way and thinking and taking that wand in your hand and seeing, okay, how do I need to use this wand? How do I need to swing this to create more finances? Create finances. So yes, kind of it seems that yes, finances seems to be improving in this week, and um, the stability seems to be continuing in the coming week as well. So you can expect that nine of swords not in terms of your finances, but yes, other aspects. Let's see if it is your romance part.
Well, very kingly. That's really Leo, isn't it? Stereotypical, you Leos. Two kings. Right, let's have a look at our romance for the week 22 to 28. Leo in love. Who wouldn't love a Leo? Come on, guys. Right, okay. Sorry, it's funny. Well, with my sense of humour, I'm probably sure you've all picked that up. So we've got the Leo not wanting to be a Leo. Oh, this is funny. You got to laugh. So you may have to defend yourself in love. Look, yeah. So maybe arguing about the past, the present, the future, any sort of things. Look, my opinion counts. You know. And what do you mean? You don't understand? I'm a Leo. I am the king of the jungle. What are you going on about? So this poor lion down here is pretending I'm not a lion. I'm a sheep. I'm a sheep. I really am a sheep. No, 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 no. So try not getting any arguments that you don't want to, but do defend who you are. You are an individual, Leos, and if you feel that way, you feel that way. There's no discernment or whatever about. There's no shame in being honest about who you are. So if you're trying to meet somebody and you've noticed them in the room that you work or college or university or wherever, at the bus stop, and you've liked them for so long, go, hey love, I like you. Nothing wrong with that. And if people think that's strange, then that's their problem, not yours. So own up to who you are. You are the king of the jungle, remember. And in romance and love, you rule. Yay. Over to bed.
Okay, so there's a little bit of indecision in your love aspects in this week. This way or that way, which is the right way. It can also be about sorting out a conflict. It's also it's also about it can also be about taking a step that you are in need of, that you might it is very similar to the two of swords scenario and the two of not two of pens but yes two of swords, where you know where you have to go but you're still indecisive of the situation. You cross yourself and you blindfold yourself. So maybe even if you feel that yes both the aspects are unknown, Listening to your intuition, listening to your inner self, and listening to the guidance that comes from that higher self or from that God force or whatsoever you can call that power. You can take that one step ahead. You can go and confess your feelings to the one you are wanting to. You can go and sort out and be the first person or be the first one to say your feelings, or you can be the first one to solve the issue or solve the conflict that's between. Don't be in that indecisive state. Own your power, be a Leo, have that Leo characteristic, that is that decisiveness, that strong character, that strong personality, and take one step ahead, and you will see yourself moving away from this indecisiveness in next week.
Leo, just go forward. That's what we do.
Okay.
Right, who is
Yes.
next?
Now moving on to the Virgo week of
Virgos.
22nd.
Where's Mustafa when we need him? He loves Virgos. Right. So generally for Virgos, let's see what's going on. Thank you, Barry, for being here, being a fantastic moderator. Thank you. Not many people want to know about the star signs, which is fine. This will be recorded and put up for next week, so don't worry. This week is up on Pure Joy's Tarot channel, 15th of March till the 22nd. We're going to alternate every week, allegedly. Right, Virgos, what's going on with Virgos? For next week, no problemento. Right, we have the Magician, yay for Virgos. Putting the spice into life, realizing that what you think is what you can have and what you can be. So using the intelligence this week is one of those good aspects, I think, for Virgos, really, really intelligently deciding what it is that you want to move into. This will have a real good effect for the rest of the year. So think logically and put your heart and your soul and a kind of balance as well. But mainly, you can tune into your intuitive side and really pull that down and really know and understand what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So, what is Virgo's soul purpose this week? Over to Bev.
Well, thank you, Vinayak, for this. And for what comes up for the Virgos this week is the Nine of Pence, or the Nine of Coins. So maybe this week is all about self care, self love, luxury, and finding that independence and spending quality time with your own self, or pampering. I would, moreover, it's from self love, it's more of self pampering that you can be finding doing yourself in the coming week. Now, this Nine of Pence is also about that. Yes, you can see some of your hard works paying you off, or some of the deeds that you had done, or some of the efforts that you had put. They might be fruiting, and they might be fulfilling and giving you something or the other in this week. It's also about a week of feeling more confident, feeling more joyful, and more of it gives a feeling that you are more in a way of relaxing, more in a way mood of vacay this week, not working much, a little bit lazy at times as well. Over to an I.
Lazy, no time for laziness, Virgos. So, financially, you may be feeling a little bit glum there, right? Oh, dearie me. So, have you been thinking lately that things are just a little bit? So, one needs to get out of the mindset of feeling that you're trapped. No one is trapped unless they're in a prison, and even then they're not trapped. But the thing is, if you can't see a way out, then there is no way out. It's as simple as that. But if you saw a way out, there is a way out. It's as simple as that. So financially, are you going to see the way out, or are you going to sit in that prison of yours? It's your choice at the end of the day. Over to Beth.
Fair enough. Thank you for the eight of Ithumes. You have the seven of Pence. So kind of contradicting, but not so contradicting. This week is more about looking back onto what you have already gained in terms of your finances. It's kind of a reviewing. It's kind of a going through of what you have achieved, what you want to achieve, what your goals were, what your goals are currently, and where you are at present, because maybe that eight of Ithamis can make you feel that you are trapped somewhere, that you are not able to move, that you're not able to move or not able to progress in terms of your finances. But maybe looking back onto where you were and where you are now can bring that change of perception, can bring that change of view that is required in this week. So maybe that, yes, you are kind of, yes, polishing your finances, working upon them, scraping what is not required, and oiling them as well. So yes, it's more of kind of a feeling that gives and that comes is you're quite very much keen onto making a progress, but at times you might feel stuck as well, because pens are always slow. So maybe slow progress can be there.
Thank you, Bev. Very good. So, love life is a little bit better, I feel, and maybe that's what the magician was saying for you. That bring down what you want. Happy, 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 joy, joy, happy, 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 laughter. So, if this week, instead of feeling a little bit sullen, with that part of it, why not rejoice? Rejoice about who you are and the capabilities that you do have. It's fun, it's laughter, it's playfulness. And when we are charismatic, um, then people are attracted to that. So why not be silly? Why not have fun? Why not create all what you do want? You've had the magician this week, so put that into a good aspect of being happy with where you are and what you can create. But definitely, for you, don't create this, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Create more of. Um, and I think romance and love go hand in hand with how you feel about yourself, or especially how you think. So again, put the joy and happiness in the step, and everyone will be attracted to you. Over to Bev.
So, well, thank you, Vinayak, for this lovely read for the Virgos. Now, what you have with from me is the door to romance. So maybe that love affair that you were expecting, or that proposal that you were expecting, or maybe breaking the chains can also be happening, and that love, that care, that romance, to be specific, can be coming into your life with this week in particular. So yes, this door of romance is opening. So make sure you step through this door into that time of romance and make good proper use of it. Rejoice yourself, refresh yourself, spend some quality time together, bring that love into the situation, and see the things happening and improving for your good, and maybe some romantic beautiful moments also coming up. So be prepared. Now let's move on to the Librans for their week of 22nd to 28th of March.
I'm premiering. I'm actually doing a premiere of the Lovers Oracle at the moment. I'm not even there because we're an hour late. I premiered it ages ago. So it's quite funny. So Libra, how are you doing? Let's have a look what generally is going up with Librans. Um, your situation. Right, for Libra, we're waiting, waiting for communication, waiting for that perfect opportunity. But if you are waiting for messages, they will eventually come. Sometimes it's from a loved one or job opportunities, interviews, all those things. Just realize that sometimes it is a period of waiting, and that's absolutely fine. So it's basically patience. Sometimes you can put more energy into this and see things from a really different point of view. You can always check up on things yourself so that things can move a little bit faster with that. So yeah, it should be all right. Yeah, just continuing as normal. Carry on as normal, Sergeant. There's nothing. We'll see in your finance and love, but yeah, that's nothing else you can do about that. Over to Bev.
Okay, so thank you for that read, and for what comes up for you for the Librans from me is the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe this week is about getting that opportunity, laying that foundations that you are required to, or maybe finding that strong, solid opportunity to move and progress in your life. This week can present that opportunity, but make sure that you don't miss onto it. It's going to be something that can give you a really long term benefit and can put you into something that's going to be stable, that's going to be secure for a long time. So make sure that you make use of this opportunity very well. Now, this Ace of Pentacles is also about improving finances. Now, let's see how your finances in the next week in detail.
In detail. So financially for Librans, what's going on? Let's see. I think if you're waiting for that opportunity to come, you know, when you're hearing that you've got that second interview as well, um, definitely. So for Librans, oh, we got the King of Chalices again. He doesn't want to go away, does he? So for finances for Virgo, Librans, so you're very in tune with Leo, perhaps, hand in hand, walking down the aisle. Oh, ooh la la. So maybe you are planning for a wedding or something that's really does take a lot of consumption. So if you are planning for a very, very big event like a holiday, I know we can't go on holiday yet, but we can plan for it. Remember, you are in charge of your heart. You are in charge of your value of where that goes. So it's up to you really how you spend your money. The opportunities will come to you. So just feel rich, be rich. You are rich. Over to
Well, thank you, Vinayak. And here we have the Six of Pentacles for you. So maybe that help that you require, that opportunity you require, or that one push that you require with in terms of finances can be coming in. It can also be that yes, the help that you might have done in the past can come back to you in some or the other way, or the help that you are in need of right now in terms of your financial aspects can be coming in and improving your situation. So maybe it's in terms of your finances, you are in a quite stable position where you are more of generous, where you are more of giving, where you are more of concerned about others who are in need. So finances are quite well in this week, and they seem to be stable, they seem to be going okay for you, and you will be making good in the coming times as well. Now let's move on to your romance next week.
right. Um, Very good. Cupid is here. You knew that, though, didn't you, Libras? You knew it's going to be a good week for love. So, really inspiring yourself. What have you written down? What love spells have you created? All those kind of things. Doesn't matter if you're beginning love or in a huge relationship. We can all be inspired through love. So anything, if you're starting, perhaps you want a baby, do you want a pet? What is it that you really, really do love? Inspire yourself to go for it and really achieve that goal this week. Okay, thank you. Over to our Bev.
Hmm. Thank you. So, what comes up for you for this, for the love, is the angel of balance. So, this angel of balance tells you that yes, the disruptions or the not so good times, the chaotic times, the unbalanced times are coming now to balance. You can see this angel of balance promises love back into the situation, promises balance with its name. So maybe you can expect the things getting back on the right track, or maybe the things that were not going so well can improve with that conversation, with that empathy, with that concern which is required. So maybe this week is bringing you that concern to bring that balance, or to bring in that stability that you are wanting, that you are looking forward with respect to your love and relationships. Now, this angel is also about mm, gazing and looking onto what is important for you, what is delicate for you. So maybe Librans in this week are required to choose what is of utmost important with respect to your love in this week. Now, moving on to the Scorpios for their week ahead.
Scorpio, what's going on? Oh, a bit of hard work here. Oh. So this is quite good because Scorpios always have a little bit of a bad rap, and hard work never killed anyone, allegedly. But it's when we feel suppressed in what we want to achieve. So if you've got good thoughts, good opinions, a new way of working that people don't really accept, keep going. Absolutely keep going. This is your life, this is your opinion. And I think there's a few of you who are inventing at the moment. So for you, who I'm speaking to, hopefully, keep going. Absolutely keep going. Um, because hard work does pay off. And you've got all the tools, you're strong enough to do this, and just go for it, please. Okay, thank you.
Sorry. Thank you for yes. Yes, yeah. So for the Scorpios, you have the Ace of Wands in here. So maybe that drive that was missing, that enthusiasm, that spark that you were missing in your life can be coming into force, can be coming into reality, into practicality with this week of 22nd March. You can see that sense of doing the things, sense of accomplishing, and enthusiasm as well coming. Now, this Ace of Wands is, it can also present you with the opportunities that you were looking forward to. So maybe we should be looking onto your financial aspect and your love affairs of about the details of these opportunities.
Oh, pregnancy. The Ace of Wands is always about getting pregnant. Well, are you guys? Watch out.
Oh, we didn't mention using your wand efficiently.
It's all right, too late. They're pregnant. Whoops. So, for some of you, perhaps finances will grow. So, that's what we're looking at here, the growth of your finances. So, maybe invest wisely what you do want to. Investing, it doesn't mean to go on the stock market, it means investing in value of yourself. Where is your self worth? Are you in the right job at the right time? Or would you like a promotion? What are you investing today? Especially if you've got that Ace of Wands. Come on, guys. Wave your magic wand, see the growth, and eternally nurture what your idea of value is. Okay, good luck. Over to our Bev.
Scorpio finances. Ah, Ten of Wands. Um, Well, might be a lot of ones you are using in this week, so make sure you use one only. Yes. So in terms of your financial aspects, though there is growth, but yes, that growth can come in with the ending of a rough phase, or maybe you can see yourself getting close to that end line of the struggle that you are experiencing in terms of your finances. You should know that you have made a real good effort of reaching the top. There's just a little bit more to go ahead, and then you can find yourself in that light, in that warmth that you want. So when putting it in simple words, then it could mean that some financial struggles can be there, but if you look closely and if you pay close attention and you remain consistent, you can see that growth and prosperity as well coming in.
Right. Thank you very much, Beth. You know that Ace of One that you had? What did you do with it? Because these guys are basically on their own. What did you do with the Ace of Wands? Where is it? Oh dear. But the best thing about this is it is the Hermit card, but it is a struggle sometimes when people's opinions, and I think that's why you're feeling suppressed. Are you in the right relationship? Have you got the right idea about relationships? Sometimes you really have to see the sword of truth within you and really be able to conquer yourself with that. So, for thinking and channeling, the intuitive side is vitally important around relationships. So, if you're listening and your finances is fine, career is fine, everything's great, no problem there, mate. It's almost like, what about the relationship? So, always pay attention equally to all areas of your life. And if it's not working, move it towards working, even if it means going it alone. Okay, thank you. Over to our Bev.
Okay, so for the Scorpions, again, we have the walking away. Well, quite in tune with other zodiacs. Yes. So maybe this week is about walking away from something that is not serving good, or some boundaries that you have created, or some boundaries that others have created for yourself. You might be waffling around and thinking that I can't do this, I can't take this step ahead, or I cannot be the first one to mediate, or I can't be the first one to resolve a conflict or to express my feelings. It's about walking away from them into the age, into the times of more freeness, into the times of more abundance, into the more times of feeling blessed in your own self. Maybe you just need to open that gate and step out of that zone that is there and feel more content, feel more free as well. Putting it in simple words, it's about that you should be the first one taking in charge of your life, of your love, relationships, and finding the things getting easier for you, and you finding the happiness of your own self as well. Now, moving on to the Sagittarians for their week of 22nd through 28th of March.
Woohoo! I'm not sure if Barry's is still here, but I put out at 3 o'clock a Kitsune message, and he goes, "Oh, well, I like that deck too." And he went to, my Kitsune deck. Oh. I love my Kitsunes. Oh, they're so sweet. Yeah, it seems like a lot of scheduled thingamajiggies are going out now. It seems weird, but yeah. My Oracle has just finished, my premiere of that Oracle. So, the loved ones. So, right, Sagittarius. Oh, you spelt it like I spell it. There's only one G and two T's. I've made that mistake many a time. I go, what? Why aren't people looking at me Sagittarian and they spell it like you? Right, Sagittarius, what's going on for you next week? Right, Sagittarius. Okay. Right, we're all becoming millionaires. We're all having the best relationships. Yeah. We're going to fantasize about it anyway. So let's put it this way. I'll about that. So getting in touch, Sagittarian with emotions is vital. Don't become a robot. We're not robots. So look at the reality of the situation sometimes. Do you personally get affected by the moon? And what are the things that you need to be aware of? One of the aspects that people should be aware of is the void of course moon. Don't do anything, sign contracts within that. Not sure if we're going in a void of course moon next week. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, look at the fantasy side. And if you want a bit of fantasy, why not? I would do Taurus dog. Bev.
Okay, so yes, what comes up for you in this week is a lot of turmoil, juggling and finding that balance, getting out of that balance, finding the balance between the incoming and the outgoing of your finance as well, We'll see on to you into your financial reading. It's more about finding that balance between your what you do personally and what you do professionally, what you do on a public level and what you do on a personal level. So it's more about finding that balance. This week is all about balancing the two aspects of your life, and whatever those two aspects can be in your individual lives. May it be your finances, may it be your relationships, may it be your emotions. So just don't too much procrastinate, as there can be a lot of juggling happening and you might be juggling till infinity. So maybe just don't do that. Come up to a firm decision and take that necessary step ahead. Now let's move on to your finances.
No jiggling. Can't
Are
do
you
that.
buying new decks this week?
I can't promise. Oh, why am I picking two cards? Right. Right. Okay. Finances. If I feel connected to a tarot pack, I just need it. we got the lovers here, Sagittarians. So make a decision on a higher level what it is that you are doing. Are you spending too much on Oracle and tarot decks, or something else? But equally, if you're not in a financial situation where you want to be, why is that? Have you been choosing the mundane and not the kind of higher aspect for yourself? So maybe one has to learn to reel it in, or overspend and invest in what you do want. So there is a good financial aspect here of what do you do want and what is the life purpose and the value of who you are. But generally, if you are in two minds about certain decisions, etc., then make the choice how you feel. Okay? Why not? Well, Sagittarians never lose.
Okay, so what do we have? Oh, Ten of Chalices. Maybe, yes, good finances. Yes, you can definitely go and feel content, feel emotional, and do what you want to, spend where you want to, and feel that contentment in your life. Yes, the Ten of Chalices bring that emotional fulfillment with respect to your finances, and you can see yourself where you wanted to in terms of your specific finances. Maybe you were expecting to save upon a fortune and you would be able to, and you might feel happy about it. Maybe you are trying to go for something, get something, but yes, you will be able to. So this week is bringing emotional satisfaction, freedom, fulfillment with respect to your finances. And yes, finances are improving. So maybe you can feel a little bit free about spending, but yes, don't overspend as well. Don't overspend as well.
As if I would. Right. Poor Barry, that pack's out of stock. No sympathy for me, from me. So, what we've got now for Sagittarians in love and romance. Let's have a look what's going on for Sagittarians. You've got enough decks, Barry, anyway. You've got nearly as many as me. Oh my goodness. Every time you keep pulling a new one out. Mental. What is it? They really do know the market, don't they? Right, Sagittarians in love and a romance. Better pull up a good one out. Just saying. Right. Ta-da! Oh, Cupid's in the air, Cupid's in the air. Right, for Sagittarian, nothing can go wrong because nothing ever does. So aim where you want with your love, and then pa-ding, it'll happen. Okay, so I said it here. Let's face it, Sagittarians have got their bow and arrow. Use it wisely. You know how to aim, guys. Aim and fire. Ooh, good luck.
Yes, there's definitely an aiming, and you're aiming for something good and great. Definitely, there's a journey coming up. So you might be setting yourself off onto a vacay with your partner, or onto a vacay to meet them or see them. It can also be meaning that yes, there's a new start coming your way with respect to your love affairs. You can see something new brewing up, something new coming up, and feeling adventurous about this new journey that comes up for you. So. Mm, seems to be quite mystical, magical experience it is going to be with respect to your love affairs this week. So what it is, pure joy? What magical things you are expecting next week?
Oh, well, I can always hop on a plane to a far away continent. That's on the cards. That's it. I'm very good at saving money. That's
Well,
it.
would you like to tell us which continent?
Um, I don't know, any continent really. It's all a
Is
circle.
that Asia?
Oh, yeah, definitely Asia. I'm not going to Africa. Sorry, I work with loads of Africans. They bring it to me. No, I'll go to Asia. Asia is a good continent.
Now, moving on to the Capricorns for the week ahead.
Really? Wow, 6 months to get hands on Angel Answers. Well, I bought the rip-off version, and then I was so annoyed because of Tarot's talk. He had, I don't know if you've seen his. He has this box, and I go, hang on a minute, my box is not like that. What's going on? So I jumped on the internet.
So most of the decks that I have bought after Pure Joy, and she goes like, well, well, was I using a ripoff till you
Yeah,
see that now?
I
Like the
know.
yogic path, the
This is
angel
the rip-off.
answers.
I have
Yes,
the
the Greenwich.
original. I do honestly have the normal one, but I don't use it. I just use the rip-off one because the way they go everywhere, I'm keeping them nice, keeping them honoured. Right, where were
Well, I
we?
guess it will also take me to get my hands on Romance Angels.
They're coming. Stop panicking, Mr. Mandarin. Actually, we should actually order some more of them, but because they come from rip off China. Not that I'm saying China's a rip off, but the fact that we get a rip off. Do check my video about rip offs. They'll just keep printing them. Uh,
Yeah, Romance Angels are out of stock in the entire world, and thus we have the ripoffs only available.
yeah. I have absolutely no idea on this planet such a very, very popular deck is out of stock. What business sense is that of the publishing company, apart from Doreen Virtue spinning out about stuff? Weird. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. You're not interested in this, are you? You're interested in what's generally happening for Capricorns. Well, I can't believe they're out of print. Yeah, it's quite funny, Barry, because when me and Terence talk, have a look at all these packs, I go, look, if partners or whatever say, why are you spending so much in tarot decks? Look, it's worth £199, it's worth £95, it's worth £50. We're keeping it, even secondhand, cheeky monkeys. So we're investing. Right, Capricorn. Sorry, we digress. You've got the Emperor here, Capricorn. So for you, working in a logical way and with authority as well, but understanding that discipline sometimes is important. Oh, here we go, Ace of Wands. so, so next week, as we go into Aries, and, the Emperor is very Aryan. So just think about starting a new venture. And I'll let Terence speak about that because he's holding his wand. Over you too.
Yes, Capricorns, you're holding your wand quite firmly in this week. So, yes, make quite allegedly good use of it. Don't try to be dominating, but because yes, Ace of Wands, you might be dictating with the Emperor coming in, you might become a little bit dominating or controlling as well. Now, so don't be that. Don't do BD, the blah blah blah. So yes, this Ace of Wands brings that passion, brings in that drive, brings in that fire that you are requiring in your life right now. That fire to get the things done right and get the things done for your benefit at the right time, at the right place. So yes, use your Ace of Wands efficiently, and the opportunity can be presented to you. So make sure you are kind of ready to take that wand in your own hand and then move forward.
Sorry. I don't know what he's saying, especially when he says, "Oh, use your wand in the right place." Any place is good for a good wand. Come on. In fact, you're holding it on the finances as well, so you are very productive with your wand. So use your wand in a very well, it's like the genie in the bottle. I mean, if you've got a wand, why not use it? Why not create? So think very openly and very honestly about where your finances is. I think you're very comfortable at the moment, Capricorn, what you have created. I can't even remember what this was. Yeah. So maybe you can start again in what you do want to create and be very kind of inside. So if you don't trust people around you about your new ideas and things like that, then keep it to yourself. You don't always have to tell your ideas to absolutely everyone. Over to Tarot's Talk, Bev.
Oh my God. Barry,
Hiya, Sandy.
Barry,
How are you, Sandy? Hi.
Capricorn fire.
Kira, hi. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for popping along. If we've done your star sign, we do apologise, but this will be on Turret's Talk website. Last week was on my website, so do check out that for this week, 15th. Thank you.
Hmm. So maybe this week is about moving away from the disappointments with the five of chalices rather than sitting and moaning and grieving for it. Well, did I say okay? Doesn't matter what did I say.
Of course, it matters. We're
Some
here to
I said something before grieving that I shouldn't have said.
don't worry,
When
we're
there
all over it soon. Carry on, carry on,
So
carry
yes, five of chalices. So moving away from the disappointments and finding the opportunities that are coming on your way. Don't be very much focused into the disappointments. Don't be very much focused onto the unsuccessful attempts that you had, or the not so good finances that you have right now. Focus upon the better times that can come in. It's just that you need to be optimistic that yes, your finances can improve, and yes, they seem to be improving. It's just the power is in your hand to convert the things and to transform the things according to your need. It's just that you need to move ahead and move away from the disappointments.
Oh, dear. So, with love and romance, the door is opening. Dun, dun, dun.
Which door is opening?
Yeah, the door is opening for Capricorn. So, are we going to keep things as a friendship, or are we going to take the courage to walk through? We've already seen the energy of the Emperor, so we have to start things. So, if you've been sitting back and waiting for somebody that you've liked for a long time to make that move, to make that step forwards towards you, really let them know and understand. There are ways of doing that. So, take the opportunity, walk through that door into the arms of the person you love. Ooh la la.
Yes. So this week is about finding that strength and courage with the angel of strength in here. So yes, it's about gathering that courage and speaking out what you feel, saying what you feel, saying what is there in your heart without being fearful of what will be the consequences. Going behind your crush, confessing your feelings, resolving the conflicts, resolving the issues, or at least try to be the one to bring in the change, or at least trying to take the hold over the problems that you're facing, is what is seems to be coming your way in this week of 22nd March. Is just that this angel of strength brings you that confidence to face the challenges, to face those problems that are going on, so that you can resolve them, you can come out of them, and you can emerge as a victor with respect to your love and romance this week. Now, moving on to the Aquarians for their week ahead. For the next week,
Aquarius. Very good time for Aquarius. Whoops, jumped off. Um, yeah, so family, heritage, and money matters. It really does. So, finding advice, some of you may need a little bit of legal advice or advice from someone who has gone before. So, look at that. You may find in your family that someone's been through the situation that you've been through. So, allow that to be understood, kind of thing, and then move on to see your value and see what it is to be in a financial security freedom aspect. So, what are you learning to grow as a person, and what are you going to achieve later on? So, all these aspects are within the tree of life. Okay, thank you.
Aquarians. Ooh, well, you don't want to do half that. What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? What is wrong? This is, I am not taking this. Orange juice. No, orange juice is not helping now. Okay, so the this Ace of Wands is not at all accepted for this reshuffling. Everyone can't have the Ace of Wands. Everyone can't use their wand efficiently this week.
No, they can't. No, they can't.
My experience says very less people can.
Ooh, I need to watch Harry Potter a little bit more. Or Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Grey.
Okay, so
Nothing like a
yes,
good
now
ring,
it's
is it,
good.
my precious? Sorry.
Okay, so what comes up is the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is about feelings of nostalgia, feeling connected to your past, or reminiscing the past, or reminiscing the good times that used to be there, or might be it also be about the time that you have spent with your own people, with your own friends back at time, and now you feel a little bit alone, a little bit wanting to have that connection in here. This could also mean that yes, the support that you are needing in your life can be coming in this week. So make sure that you ask for the support, you ask for the help, and don't hesitate if you are in need of it. X can be coming back, maybe.
We don't want that. But the words are a door opening for you guys as well. So with the two wands are very happy together, aren't they? So two wands rubbed together
Really?
create fire. So that creation of fire, it's a great day to notice that you can create in a big way. So a small flame can make big flame and can make a lot of change. So what change are you making within your financial situation right now? What two coins are you rubbing together to make a bigger coin? It's a magic trick, but it's also how your perception on your finances. Is the door opening or closing this week? Over to Dave.
Well, yes. For your finances, what comes is the Five of Ethermace. Now, this Five of Ethermace is a time where it says that yes, um, kind of using your own intellect, kind of using your own intelligence is very much required when you are spending, when you are making the investments, when you are taking any financial steps. there might be an instigation coming, that instigation to which may not be the very good or wise choice according to you. But yes, don't get uh, just overhear the people who are kind of trying to push you towards something, towards a step that you might need to take with respect to your finances. It's more about using the intelligence, using the experiences that you have gained, and making a wise choice in particular. Because yeah. Mhm. Finances are good, but yes, it's only a matter of time that you might also undergo some loss if you don't pay close attention to the situations around you.
Barry said you're on about saving again. That's it. Right, okay, so love and romance. So this is the second star sign that's had this with the Ace of Wands. What can I say?
Well, they also had the Ace of Wands, kind
Yeah,
of
and then you
reshuffled it.
changed. Yeah. Sexy time for Aquarius. Get with the other signs that have got Ace of Wands and create that fire. So I think with with a financial aspect, with the Two of Wands, maybe someone at work that you like, maybe a new friendship, maybe something that you can create. It is all about creating, because you've got quite a happy time generally. So when you actually get inspired by growth, especially with the Ace of Wands, things can really happen quite substantially. So I hope that helps, and draw your own picture and inspire yourself to create fire and passion. That's what life is about. Maybe. Over to Bev.
Yes, thank you, Vinayak. And what comes up is really happy times, free, prosperous times with the sun in here. You can experience that light, that joy, that freedom, that fulfillment coming in with respect to your love life. And yes, satisfaction on all levels can also be happening, and especially with respect to your love aspects. So the sun brings in the clarity, the sun brings in the rejoicing, or that warmth that is required, or that freeness from the coldness that exists, or that lies in between you two, or the coldness of animosity and things like that. So the sun is here, in here is bringing a clearer picture of what you want, of what they want, and what you are manifesting together, what you are creating together. So, and yes, it's also about some good sexy times. Have fun. Okay, now moving on to the
Splish
Pisces.
splash, I was taking a bath just about an hour ago. Ding, ding. Sexy garden. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. 2 minute X to buy, I mean invest in. Yeah, exactly, Barry. I'm with you, mate. Mate, mashed potato. Right, where's my mate gone? Talking to my mate, it's gone. Right, okay, so for Pisces, we have that sensual partnership, but we've also got that perfect connection. If you're thinking of partnerships, whether that's career or creativity, that's also good. But for many of you, you are starting to see the life and see the sensualness and the seductiveness of what a relationship can actually be. So it does have a healing aspect for you guys, but sometimes it could be a more spiritual connection as well. So over to Terrence Talk and Bev.
Yes, I know, Barry. I'm not gonna take it anywhere, but right now for the survival mode, saving is needed. Uh, well, even in this, I've got two decks in this one. Oh, okay. So what comes up for the Pisces? Oh, Eight of Swords. So a little bit feeling bound and trapped in your own situations, in your own problems, in your own boundaries that you have created or that others have created for you. Now, this can be a week that you are in a need to create a breakthrough of your emotions, breakthrough of the challenges that you're facing, and moving out of the troubles into the more happy, freer times. You just see that you are trapped, but you don't try to find that way out of it. Maybe this week is calling you to find that find and how to untrap yourself, how to untie yourself, how to unblind yourself. Yes, those things are seeming to be happening. More of it might bring a little bit of feeling of suppression or the feeling of overload also can come with this week in particular. Let's move on to your finances.
Thank you, Bev. Right, okay, Pisces. We've got the Strength card. Woohoo! After that reading of the Eight of Swords, we need the strength with our financial issues. Just to remind you, what we had is connection. So connect to something that may be outside of the box. If you've got the Eight of Eight of Swords going on, it means you're trapped in your mind. So having the courage to think outside the box and have that strength. I mean, an old woman here and a lion walking together, isn't that a beautiful sight? Wouldn't you like to do that with your finances? So when you think that this is the end, you know, that I'm doomed, is a beautiful lion saying, right, I wander great plains all by myself and I am a champion. So this is the mindset that you should be looking at, perhaps, Pisces, instead of going, I'm doomed. Is that okay? Thank you. Over to Tarot.
Okay. So
Over
will
to
you?
Beth.
Yes, yes, yep. Okay, so the it's quite very much dominant with the swords in here, and here you have the Six of Aethermes. Well, a good one, not so bad. Maybe it could mean that yes, you are moving into better times with respect to your finances. They might have not been a real good treat for you in the recent times, but yes, in the coming week you can see your finances getting improved, or at least finding a little bit of relaxation from those problematic, troublesome times. Six of Aethermes also brings in the promise that yes, you can move out, you can take that step. It's just about believing. Strength, Eight of Swords, is all about believing in yourself and taking that step ahead that you are requiring, believing that you will be able to do it. And yes, it seems that you are. Finances are kind of stabilizing, improving, getting better, but it's just that you need to be sure and short about taking that step. Well, over to Vinayak.
Thank you. So we have for romance a opportunity, a fast opportunity. Are you going to take it, Pisces? Because it was a Two of Cups. So for you to take and have courage in going into a relationship, how wonderful would that be? Now I do hope the Pisces that need this message actually hear it, because I know you're not. So why not? So, Pisces, some of you are going to go into this in a deeper way than ever before. So, why don't you have the courage to take that opportunity and just go with the flow in the fast flow of life to give you that love and determination that you've been wanting? Why not? Go for it. Over to Beth.
Yes, thank you, Vinayak, for this. Ah, again, angel of love. So this angel of love brings you the promise, as I always say. Yes, the promise of that love, of that affection, that care, that that feeling of connection, connecting with your heart. So this week in particular is about connecting with your heart and connecting with the heart of your person, your beloved, your partner, and what not possible. So yes, the angel of love in here is telling you that yes, it's a day or it's a week, sorry, to make sure that you are quite very much focused on to what is important to you. Focus upon what is there in your hands. The love that is there, the love that is there with you might be that is very delicate and needs some care, needs some protection, needs some extra attention as well. And that is what comes up with the angel of love. So this week she is inspiring you to pay close attention to what you feel, how your partner feels, how you two feel about the situation, and how you two can improve this situation and can take care of this delicate rose quartz heart, or that skin or that flesh heart that you have in your hand.
Oh, so sweet. So there you have it, guys. There's the whole week for next week. Some lovely aspects in there. Some challenging ones, some inspirational ones. Take what resonates. To remember, you've got a rising sign and a moon sign to have a look at, and all mix it in together, all very excitingly. Do check out both Bev and Wanayak's channels at Pure Joy Tarot and Tarot's Talk, and do make comments on their dailies every day, and then you can get more cards in our lives. We will always team up together, me and Tarot's Talk, and do a live for yourself, free questions as well as donated readings. So thank you, Tarot's Talk, for being here and
Yes,
having me as a guest.
thank you for joining this live stream today and being a wonderful co-host as well.
It's always fun
And
being with you. Thank you to Barry,
yes.
our famous, brilliant moderator. It's never the same without you. So please stay on our channel, please.
And
Oh,
yes, with this, we come to the end of this weekly Zodiac read. Maybe we'll be coming soon enough in our next live for your questions, for your question based reads, personalized question based reads. You can be a part of our privileged group by interacting with our videos on a daily basis, commenting, liking, and getting noticed by both of us in particular. So yes,
mhm.
see you all next week with the next week's zodiac sign reads, or what comes up for your next week. That is a part of March and a full of April. What is coming up then? So stay tuned, and it's going to be happening on Pure Joy's YouTube channel. Make sure you have subscribed to her. This video is going to be available on my channel as well as on her channel. So make sure you like both the videos on both of our channels. And yeah, stay tuned with us. We'll be catching you soon in our next live for your question-based reads. Till then, take care. Bye bye. And big thanks to Barry Saul Robinson, Matt Sol Tarot for being a wonderful moderator as always, and Pure Joy Tarot for being a wonderful co-host again. Thank you.
Thank you and goodbye. And hello, crazy. We'll see you in the live. Adios,
Yes.
amigos. Au revoir.
Thank you. Bye bye. The next live will be scheduled and you will be informed. So don't
Oh,
worry.
scheduled. And he's always late, so look out for that.
I will be on time. I
You're
bet.
always late. Always late.
Bye bye.
Always late.